Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today we're making pepper-encrusted salmon with green sauce. Remember when I had to get all those peppers and things that I needed? That's what I was doing. All right, they say you want one bunch of parsley. Okay, some of this I couldn't find, so I'm going to deal with what I have. They want it coarsely chopped, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to chop this up. First off, I don't need this, but that can go into my stock, so I can deal with that part. So this is, I don't know why they need so much parsley, but we'll find out soon enough. This can go here. This is just too much. You want it coarsely chopped. That's what we're doing. I think that's coarsely. That's a lot too. Where did I put that bowl? That's not going to hold it. I'm going to have to estimate on the rest of this. I did not buy a whole bunch of parsley. I hadn't gotten it out when I came to the store, so I'm going to have to use dried parsley. And they want a bunch. You know how big a bunch is of parsley, so I'm going to have to use dried parsley in this. So if you can get a bunch of parsley, by all means, you're going to chop it the same way you did the parsley. So the basil, what am I saying? Sorry, scratch all of that. You're going, if you can find fresh basil, they want a bunch just like you did the parsley. I don't have it, didn't, so I'm going to have to do it this way. And I'm just going to add what I think would be what they're asking for. And I think that's it. I just used a capful in this big bottle, and I figured that'll be enough. Now on mint, I don't need this. I might, but I don't need it right now. Now for mint, they want a tablespoon of coarsely chopped fresh mint. So you're going to pull all these mint leaves off. We should rinse it, shouldn't we, first? Of course, always. What you're going to do is rinse all these leaves off, and we're going to probably roll them and chop them up. They want a tablespoon. We'll see if this makes a tablespoon, maybe a little more, but anyway. I'm just going to stack them on top of each other. Now I bought 2 packages of this. They had to go in the back. They didn't have any out at the time. So I think I got there too early and some stuff was not unpacked yet. But I think one, looks like one will do it. Tomorrow I'm going to be making a salad. Okay, put that in. The same bowl that you're putting everything else in so far. We're going to now add 4 cloves of garlic chopped to the herbs. One, two, three, 4. So we'll be chopping these up as well. So this had 3 garlics in it, okay. See, I've never seen this on garlic like this. You see that? Never. So I'm wondering what they're doing to the garlic. Now, how do you want this chopped? Just chopped? Okay. You want an easy time in the kitchen, make sure your knives are always sharp. Every time I use them before and I wash them and dry them, I'll sharpen them and then put them back. So I always have my knives as sharp as I can. Okay. Put that with your mint and basil and everything. And now they want us 2 heaping tablespoons of chopped capers. Okay, that's about 2 tablespoons, and they want me to chop these. Capers are little flower buds. I don't know off which plant, I could not tell you, but I know they're little bulbs. Little tiny flower bulbs. Buds right before they start to blossom, I guess. You want these finely chopped or just chopped? Chopped. That's it. What do you want next? Anchovies. They want 4 chopped. One, 2, 3, 4. And I'll put the rest back in the refrigerator. I'll make a pizza, I'll put anchovies on it. There I go again, messing my books up. Okay, what do you want next? Lemon zest. They want the whole zest of 1 lemon. We're not even going to get to the fish till we get this going first. I will be right back. Okay. Now, like I said, they want zest of 1 lemon. I just don't want to drop this piece in. Now, the zest is the lemon. You don't want the white underneath this. It's just the outer part that you want. Like I told you, we used to be able to buy it. What I do when lemons are really on sale, I'll can lemon juice and take the peeling off and the pith off the peeling, and I'll dehydrate it. Then I have it sitting around, so when lemons are expensive, I have something to fall back on. And because I can use a lot of lemon juice with certain fruits and stuff to dehydrate, so the lemon juice that I can goes as well. When you hit this, it shakes a lot of it off. That's why you see him do this. Now, I'm going to talk about something that a lot of people don't know. You see how this lemon is? It's not perfectly round. Do you know why it didn't sit in here? It was because it was resting against a branch, probably like this. And that's why it grew a little funny. It doesn't mean that it's bad or anything. They don't have to be perfectly round. What it is that this lemon was against a branch. They picked this and put it to the side because they don't want you to have it, but to let you know that this lemon is just as good as any other lemon, though it's not perfectly round or anything else. And that is because of that one thing. So don't condemn, you know, when you see something like that, or an apple looks a little funny, or an orange, or anything that grows on a tree, because some of the fruit actually rest against the branches, and they actually cannot be round or the perfect size that you want. That's because it grew and it was pressing against the leaf, or it's pressing against the branch, or a twig was against it, or something. So you never know. But fruit is not perfect where nothing's touching it. Okay. Now they want to squeeze the lemon juice. Okay. Now some people, they will take the lemons and they will roll them like this to soften it up. Then when they cut it, they don't have to use an orange or a lemon squeezer. So if you wish, you could do that. And what they do is they cut the lemon in half. And you see, this was a little dry on one side. You get about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice off a lemon. To give you an idea. And they want 2 tablespoons, so they should just say the zest and the lemon juice of 1 lemon, which would have done it perfectly. All right. Okay, whisk to combine. Sure, why not? I can see why it's got a green sauce. It is green. Now they want 2/3 of a cup of vinegar. I mean, scratch that. 2/3 of a cup of olive oil. Well, what do you want me to do first? Okay. Now, I would use a fork on this, but they say whisk it. Okay? They say slowly add the oil in and whisk it. I don't know why I have to do it this way. I'd rather do it another way, but to their madness. some people just do it to make it more exotic, I guess. Or maybe they just want to make sure everything's coated. Now the only reason mine looks a little brown is because I had dry basil. I'm just going to pour it in. I think this is going over the fish. Yep. This green sauce is going to go over it. So we're going to let this sit after. Okay, I'm going to put this on the corner here. Ugh. They want you to add salt to this. They do not tell you how much, so you're pretty much, like I said, on your own. They're abandoning us. And pepper. Black pepper for this part. We're actually using green, black, and pink peppercorns. So we're going to be using, this is why I told you I did the taste of the red, green, and pink peppercorns. We know what the white and the red are. No, the white and the black, but we had to try the green, the pink, and the red. And I let you know exactly. I know a lot of you didn't look at that video, but if you don't look at that video, you're not going to understand the heats of these different peppercorns, and you can make a very bad mistake. That's why I went to all that trouble. Burnt my mouth too. The pink, red, and green peppercorns are new to the Americans. A lot of Americans don't use those peppercorns. So I wanted you to know what you were up against. So I proceeded to taste them. I had never had them myself, so I was a bit concerned. And now I know the pink ones would go excellent with the stuffed dates, which I'm going to do. But if you want them hot, you can use other peppercorns. If you want more salt, you can add a little more. That lemon's tart. Spicy. Set a bowl over that. Let's see. Now, they recommend if it's going to be sitting around for a while, put it in the refrigerator, take it out, and give it time to cool. But I'm going to be using it, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I'll be back and we'll get the fish done. Okay, there's going to be a lot of pounding. We need 1 tablespoon black peppercorns. you'll probably have to pound them, get a mortar and pestle. They do come in stone like this. They do come in wood as well. They've come in, well, the ones the doctors use are different. I mean the pharmacists. I don't know what it's made out of, but they're smaller and they're really heavy. I met a man yesterday when he drove me home. Actually, he was a very kind man. He was talking about his mother. And the doctor wanted to put her on medication. It cost $150 a month. His mother said, no, I'm going to go home. And she pulls out her herbs and stuff. And she's like me. We'll sit there and do as much as we can on our own before we take medication. I love his mother. When he's talking about it, I started to laugh. And I said, well, you know how I feel. I said, I'm 72. I'm not on any medication. I feel good. I'm having trouble picking up 40 pounds now. But I think making it to 72 and still being able to swing it, not easily, but still being able to pick it up, I think that's a big thing. Though a young person, a man could sit there, or a man could sit there and say, oh, I could pick that up. But I can do it. Okay, we've cracked 1 tablespoon of those. I'm just putting it all in a bowl, tiny little bowl here. Now we need a tablespoon of green ones. We're going to pound these as well. Now this peppercorn is the one that you put in your mouth that doesn't have any flavor, but as it sits in there, you notice your mouth starts getting warm and it builds up. That's why I was telling you about those peppers. That's why I said pink. No, I think I said green, pink, and red. What's the difference? There's a big difference in them. So if you didn't see that video, you're not going to know how hot everything is. See, this one's a quick heat, okay, mild. That's why a lot of recipes say black pepper. But the green one here, when you put it in your mouth, there's no heat. Leave it in there for about 30 to a minute and you start feeling the heat. It builds up into your mouth. So it was interesting that I learned about peppercorns. I didn't even know. I'm sure there's more. I got the black and the white, and I have the green, the pink, and the red, and if there's any more colors out there, I have no idea. And now you're going to put a whole tablespoon. I'm going to make sure of this. Yes. 1 tablespoon of pink ones. We're going to grind these up. You first start, you have to pound them a little bit, start cracking them up. So when you go to grind them, you don't sit there, because if you go pound like this, you're going to have them all over the place. So even learning how to grind these, you have to know how to know what you're doing. doctor says, you're going to take it. I love that Ben's mother, Ben. She's spunky. She's my age. She said, I'll take care of myself. I said, that's how I feel. I'll take care of myself. If I break a bone or something, of course, or an organ goes wrong and they have to, like appendicitis or gallbladder or something, I could see that. But just to go for a cold or something, blood pressure, you can bring that down on your own too. You know? Well, he told me about his mother. I just cracked up laughing. He says, you sound just like my mother. And I said, I like your mother. She's got spunk. And his mother feels like I do. I'm 72. I've already lived my life. I don't need a whippersnapper to tell me what to do. I've lived my life. And I'm enjoying it now. And she does. She enjoys her life and she's living it. Which I feel good for her. I meet very interesting people sometimes. If you can take care of your health, do it. You're better off. God gave you that body, nobody else. And you have to take care of it. Okay, now we got our 3 peppers in here. What else do they want us to do with this? Oh, they want us to add some salt. Okay, once again, they're not going to tell you how much salt to add. You're on your own. Okay, I guess that's enough. If it's not, we'll know about it soon enough. Mix all this up. Now we've got all the ingredients together. Let me put this back here. Put the knife back here. Okay, now what do you want me to do? All right, you're going to need, now listen, there's 2 ways we can do this. All right, I'm going to read what you can do. You can grill the fillets on a hot grill for about 4 minutes on each side. Remove the, okay? So you can do it on a grill if you want. I don't want to do it on the grill. I'm going to do mine in the oven, so I'm going to set my oven to 350. I need a frying pan. If you have a smoke detector, it's going to go off on this fish. Okay, I'm warning you ahead of time, because what we're going to do is we're going to get them out. We need 6 6-ounce salmon fillets. I got my butcher to do it for me. Well, not my butcher, my fish man. All right, now mine were cut this way in strips. I don't know how they're gonna cook. I thought I was gonna get them a little different, but this is how they gave them to me, so that's okay. sear at a very, very high heat. I'm just warning you. Right. Now it's going to get hot in here. Let me get this pan hot. All right, I know we added some salt to the pepper, but we're going to add some salt now to this fish. Like I told you, sprinkle from a high area. When you go like this, you get more of an even level. There. Now they want this pan oil smoking hot, they say. And what we're going to do, we're going to be searing it on both sides. Oh, that's going to be interesting. And after we sear both sides, we're going to sit there and put them in the oven with my frying pan. Make sure you have a frying pan that can go in the oven. It's metal all the way around. I'll pick this up and show you, though it's on the heat. See, mine's completely metal, so it can go into the oven. That's why my husband got Cuisinart and All-Clad, so I could do this with these recipes. They want a tablespoon of oil in this pan. Now this is not a hard dish to do. It's a pretty fast dish to do. I know I think I'm gonna serve rice with this, and I think I'm gonna make saffron rice, and I'll show you how we make that. So that'll be another way of making rice, so you don't have to always have other ones. The same one. In making it, I will not be able to use my stock. I'm going to have to use water, and I'll use parboiled rice when we get this done, because I'm going to put all this to the side. So this is going to be seared about 2 minutes, I think, on each side. So we're going to start seasoning these with the pepper as that gets hot. Don't underestimate this. Coat them. This is why I left them wet, so this would stick. And if that oil gets smoking hot, well, it should not stick. You sear right. See, if it's not hot enough, you will notice that everything sticks. That's why they say sear. Smoking hot. I'll show you. You see that? I don't know if you can see it, but it's smoking. Hear that searing? That's exactly what they want to hear. Put skin side down first. We're using all of the pepper mixture. I'm going to get you over there so you can get closer. Now they're not going to be done when we sear them like this, but we're going to move the whole pan when we're done searing. We're going to move it into the oven to finish cooking. Fold it over. Whoa. See how it sears so nicely? I have the flame on high. Now we're going to sear it for 2 minutes on this side, and then they're going into the oven to finish. have to admit they do look nice, and with that green sauce on it, it's going to look great. Now we're going to be baking these for about 7 minutes to finish them up. Test them to make sure they're done. It might take a little longer if your oven is slightly off. Now we're just about ready to put them in. And the reason you sear them is you want the color to feel it, and then we're going to finish baking it. Okay, let's put them in the oven. See how high that flame was? Okay, we'll let them finish cooking and we'll see how they come out. Okay, here they are, done. They say to stick a toothpick in it, and if it comes out cold or cool, it still has to cook, but you stick a toothpick in the center of it, and it's hot, you got it. So that's it. Now when you go to serve this, you're going to serve the sauce over this. I have to get all that stuff out. Okay, I'm going to start adding the fish now.